Hello YouTube, Top Notch Sports back again, and I'm here to report the Greg Oden to Miami Heat deal. This deal is reported by ESPN to be 2 years, the veterans minimum, a player option for year number 2 of that contract. Greg Oden we know as the first pick in the 2007 NBA draft by the Portland Trail Blazers. Of course, we know he was picked ahead of Kevin Durant, who is a superstar in this league. So how do I classify this deal? I look at it as a low risk, high reward situation. Why do I look at that? You look at the money numbers. It's not going to be too significant to Miami's cap. It's not going to be anything like that, in my opinion, of course. If he does nothing, then what do they necessarily have to lose? That's a huge deal. They're the back-to-back champions. They know how to respond to the adversity. They've won, and I give them a heck of a lot of credit for that. I also think it helps because the strategy to beat Miami is to beat them down on the front line. The teams that have given the most trouble to the Miami Heat, whether it be regular season, postseason, is to beat down their front line on both ends of the floor. So I think that's having another body is critical for the Miami Heat. I think the depth portion is important. I mean, you look at a guy like Chris Anderson, how much he helped. On the stat sheet, it's not going to pop out at you saying, oh, he scored all these points, this, that, whatever. But he really helped Miami Heat, and it showed up against those big body, physical, down low players and teams like the Bulls, like the Pacers, and also the San Antonio Spurs. So the depth portion is you have a fourth guy who can go in there and get rebounds and play defense and stick his hands up under the rim to protect the rim. So, and also I've experienced this playing basketball myself, and with my high school team is we have two big men. So if one gets in trouble, he can't play as physical, and the other big men know, okay, if I get physical and I get in foul trouble, we're slim. So that really affects a front line, and that's why Miami's front line might have been a little bit soft at times, these last few years, with kind of a slimmer front line, depth-wise. So I think that's going to really help. Guys like, Haslam can continue to be aggressive. Anderson can continue to be aggressive. And a guy like Chris Bosh can be, he's not aggressive necessarily, but he could be more aggressive than he usually is. I also think that this deal is underrated on offense, believe it or not. You got a 7-footer who can score in the post. Miami has made 3 straight finals. They've won 2 straight finals, as we all know. And they haven't really had a true post scorer. And they're a perimeter-oriented basketball team. So, when LeBron and Wade, they slash to the rim, which they're excellent at. They're 2 of the best in the game, of course. I don't care how hobbled Dwayne Wade is. We know that. So when they get to the rim, you got to account for Greg Oden, or it's a layup or a dunk if they have to pass out of a double team, or if a defense collapses and converges on them, and it's a layup or a dunk. So that's going to help LeBron and Wade offensively. It's a guy that you have to account for because if they lob the ball into him, and he can score a little bit. So also it's going to help the perimeter shooting. You're going to get more open and easy looks, and Miami can shoot the lights out from the three-point line. They have plenty of good shooters in abundance, so it's really going to help in that situation. So offensively, I think this is a really underrated move, believe it or not, because everyone associates it with defense, rebounding, toughness, down low. And back to the low risk, high reward, I think Greg Oden's actually going to be able to stay healthy for this team. He's carrying a lot of motivation. As I said, alluded to before, is he's known for being picked ahead of Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant being the superstar in the NBA, Kevin Durant being one of the best. So I think that's a lot of motivation for a guy. And he's in the perfect place to do it. He's on a team that's constantly scrutinized, constantly harped on by the media, the fans, and just basketball in general. That's the Miami Heat. So he's going to be on a team that's all about responding to adversity. I think that's a perfect fit for him. That's really all that I think there is. So what do I think? I think it's depth. I think it's rebounding. I think it's post presence on offense. overall frontline toughness, low risk, high reward. Give me your opinions and thoughts in the comments section, of course. Also, I have a Twitter page, at sports_notch. You could hit me up there as well. Give me a follow. I follow everyone back if you follow me, of course. And give me your thoughts, comment, like, subscribe, and spread the word, of course. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you're enjoying my channel. Thank you very much for viewing.